Welcome to another edition of the Dementia Care Partner Talk Show. Now, here's dementia care expert Teepa Snow and your host, Greg Phelps.
Hello and welcome to the Dementia Care Partners podcast. I'm your host, Greg Phelps. Joining me today is dementia care expert Teepa Snow and a special guest, Tim Walsh. Tim is a certified senior advisor, certified dementia practitioner, and owner of Senior Care Authority of the Triangle, which partners with families, healthcare professionals, and communities to ensure senior living with dementia receives the best possible care and support. Now, in October at the gala for Teepa's nonprofit Snow Approach Foundation, Tim had the winning bid for the chance to appear on this podcast episode. Tim also recently attended a Champion Skills Day in person with Teepa and her team. That was in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and she wanted to chat with him about his experience there. Teepa, I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks, Greg. And thank you, Tim, for both doing what you do and being present today. So good to have you.
Great. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you have quite a bit of experience in the world of senior advising, helping people pick things and do things that make sense and actually are helpful for themselves or the people that they care about.
Exactly. Yep. We help families navigate, dementia support, where to live, home care, any steps along the way of that journey. I get a lot of people that just have no idea what they're doing. Sometimes it's just their mother or father fell at home and went to the hospital, and then they're in rehab, and then say, well, you gotta, if you go home.
Oh, by the way, they have dementia, you know
care.
that, right? And it's like, oh, they have what? No one said anything about that. Yeah,
Right.
no, they say, now they have, they, after rehab, did you want to keep them in the facility? And it's like, wait a minute, what? I mean, because my experience is it is not uncommon for families to discover that there are brain changes that are going on during a hospital stay or during an event where if you're out of town and you're seeing someone episodically, you could miss the cues that something is going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes those events, get them further along in their journey real quick. And they think that they're in a good spot, and then something happens at home and now they're not in a great spot.
Yeah. So you came and you did our champion course. So I wanted to hear a little bit, given your background, given the work that you do, what was overall, what was your impression of the champion course? I should start with that. So you were there, it's hours. It's not just a quick watch this video and you're done. We actually require sort of some participation and try it out and practice and try it again and get some coaching. So what happened for you in that champion course? Valuable? Okay, it did something.
No, I'd say it was the best course I've ever taken in this industry because of the hands-on piece. You can look at videos, till you're blue in the face, but just the physical interaction and repeating those things, really set in with me. And for me, in the role that I have professionally is, I've got to go into a lot of these communities and look at the caregiving that's going on in there and seeing the stuff that makes it so easy. Instead of confronting somebody with dementia, kind of go with the flow and, really be on the same page as them, helps everybody. And, it seems very simple.
And you're the one that's advising families, this will be probably a good match for you and your person, or this one, I think where your dad is, or the kind of dementia that's going on here, or his symptoms, I'm wondering, check it out, but maybe this might be a better alternative for you. I'm assuming that's something you probably end up doing a good bit.
Yep. Yeah. So we do that every day. When we meet folks that have a loved one with dementia, we go through a big questionnaire on, what's the behavior like? Are they agreeable? What do they like to do day to day? And, we try to match that with the community, whether it's a family care home. If they're not very social and they're further along on their journey, that might be a good option. Others, if they're very sociable, you want to go to a memory care that has a lot of activities and keeps people engaged.
Yeah. And there might be cases where you say, okay, well, let's try some in-home stuff because they're such a homebody and they're so wedded to where they are and who they've got around them. Ugh, let's start there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's just whether it's financial or they've tried the home care or, they've tried to do it on their own, adult daycare.
Yeah.
There's kind of a progression that I see. It's the do it yourself, then maybe get some help
Hmm.
with a caregiver, and then maybe it's adult daycare.
Hmm.
And then when that becomes, still too much, the overnights, then it might be a time to
Look at
think about other options.
alternatives. Yeah. So, in curiosity, when you're working with families, how often does it seem like people wait longer than it makes sense to wait to do that next step? And so it makes the next step pretty challenging for the person and for them because we're hanging on for the longest time at a level where it's starting to not make a lot of sense, but it's just really hard to let go of what you know to move into what you're not sure about.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I'd say most cases, there are people that are so prepared and they get to me really early, and those are the best ones because you can see them through that whole journey. But
Yeah.
other times it's, yeah, my dad is or uncle is out, on the street waving people down, and you're like, okay, well, we got to address this real quick.
Yeah, because he's been living alone.
Yeah.
And that's like, oops. So, well, I want to say how appreciative I am for the having a certified senior advisor who's doing this work because I know that to become a certified senior advisor is not an easy journey. And the fact that you additionally then came and did our champion courses for some really practical skills in interaction. And so you can notice those and be aware of those in the work you do. I mean, I'm really appreciative of that because I think for families, if you're going to go shopping, knowing what you're buying can make a big difference in whether you're satisfied with what happens.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And we just want to make sure we give the families the best choice possible. We
yeah,
we try to keep it to around 3 places that we take them to, and they get to choose which one kind of matches
matches
their
the best
needs.
batches best we can guess
Yeah.
what's going to happen. Well, as I say, thank you so much for what you do. Thanks for coming and being on board with us. And thank you for making a difference for families and for people living with dementia in the world. Because frankly, if we don't build a community that knows better, we can't care better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
thanks,
absolutely.
Tim.
And thank you, Teepa. We're so fortunate to have the snow approach in our backyard. So, I try to spread the word as much as I can.
Appreciate you. Thank
Tim,
you so much.
All right.
Tim,
Thank
thank
you.
you for being our guest today. You've been listening to the Dementia Care Partners podcast. For more information on today's program and other dementia related topics, go to teepasnow.com.